people have done a lot of strange things to make it rain.
Let's talk about that. Good mythical morning.
We, as you might know, are in the midst of an unprecedented drought here in California.
That's true.
That's a cool way to say California.
There's no positive spin on a drought, Rhett. I don't care how you pronounce California.
Well, I wasn't trying to spin the drought.
It's sad.
I'm reminding you, if you want to say California, people are like, oh, he must live there.
You're trying to distract them from the sadness of the drought.
I don't want you to think about the drought.
I want to hit you between the eyes with the sadness of the drought. The earth is just creaking with dryness.
It's a big deal. I think it's the worst on record. There's a lot of agriculture that happens over here in California. We pump a lot of water from a lot of places to make it happen, and it's gotten pretty dire. And you could be penalized if the cops see you watering your lawn at the wrong time. You can be penalized or penalized in California. $500 a pop, I think, in town right now if you're watering your lawn. I mean, and these are all good things because people need to conserve water.
Yes.
But this drought thing is not new. As long as we've been on this earth, and even before that, droughts have happened, right? And people have developed all kinds of different ways to try to get it to rain.
Techniques, right?
And I don't mean scientific techniques like shooting like special materials into the sky. I'm talking about like
that would be a good episode discussion for
that's
a later
that's
date.
Another episode.
But you're talking more about like
rituals,
rain dances. I'm very familiar with rain dancing.
Are you into rain dancing?
That's cool.
Well, you can critique what I brought to the table today, buddy. Here in California. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm going through a number of things that people have done, and they continue to do these things in parts of the world to try to appease the rain gods to get it to rain.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna start with the Ruta ritual. This is of Romanian and Bulgarian origin.
The what?
Ruta?
I like how that rolls off the tongue.
Ruta ritual. This involves, this is ancient pagan origin, but it's still done kind of in sort of a traditional fashion at this point in modern day Romania. A girl wearing a skirt made of fresh knitted vines and small branches sings and dances through the streets of the village, stopping at every house where the hosts pour water on her. Now you would think if water is in short supply, you wouldn't want to put it on the little girl, but you know, it's symbolic.
Of what?
Raining. She's like the earth. The little girl is the earth.
Oh, well, I didn't get
water
that.
the earth.
Just because she's wearing a grass skirt, I didn't make the
No, like she's
connection.
covered in vines. She looks like Swamp Woman. And the song that they're singing as the little girl goes around town with water being poured on her is roughly translated as, "Come, little rain, come and make us wet. When you come with the sieve, let it be a barn full."
So they don't want just a little rain, they want a barn full of rain.
They want to flood the barn.
And is the barn full of rain, are they expect it to hit the girl? Like whoosh?
No, Link, it's a symbol. You pour water on the little girl, then maybe it'll start raining. You're not trying to get the girl to get rain all over her. It's
like,
just
stand in my garden, girl.
It's a ritual. Just like our next one from Burmhampur, India.
I love Indian food.
They stage a frog.
It takes water to make it.
It does. They stage a frog wedding. They take 2 frogs, they do a complete wedding. People sing, dance, they dress them up, they put flowers on the frogs, they ordain, or what's the word for decorate? They decorate the female frog's head with some sort of powder, and then they marry these things and put the frogs into the water.
What?
Hoping it will rain. I personally don't know what he sees in her.
Can somebody say,
prenup?
Get it?
What did you say?
Prenup.
Prenup. You said prenup in a frog voice. I don't think frogs have a lot to agree on. I think when frogs split up, it's just like, cool, see you.
Right, not a lot of assets.
You're gonna take some of your eggs or something? The men do take the eggs on the back sometimes.
Do they?
Yeah, some species.
Prenup.
You've seen the Chinese dragons dancing in different Chinese parades.
I haven't. I've often wondered what the connection to rain is.
There's lots of different reasons that the Chinese dragons dance, but one of the original uses or reasons for this was a rain dance.
Be a good thing for a T-shirt. There are lots. Just work with me. There are lots of reasons the Chinese dragons dance. Ask me how. You know how there's those shirts that are like,
that's not one of them.
Ask me why.
Ask me how? Ask me why. Ask me what the reasons are.
So let's
horrible shirt.
By way of review, there are lots of reasons the Chinese dragons dance. Ask me what they are.
Well, I'm going to tell you one of them right now. So maybe you can add it to your inside of your shirt when you pull it up and read it.
Okay, what is it?
There is a legend in China that one day the Dragon King felt some terrible pain around his waist. After consuming all medication he could find, the pain persisted. Without any other option, he turned into a human and sought a doctor's advice. After the inspection, the doctor claimed, "You're not a human." So that turning into a human kind of didn't work.
He's just a good doctor.
Realizing that he couldn't pretend anymore, the Dragon King turned back into a dragon. The doctor still helped, still like dragons, and he removed the pain from the dragon's waist by a small operation and applied medication around the wound. Then the Dragon King felt relief immediately, and in appreciation of the doctor's help, the Dragon King said to the doctor, "Dance in gears in the form of a dragon, and you shall be granted with smooth weather and great harvests." And now there is the tradition of dancing in gears. You know how when you get inside that dragon, they're doing things and the dragon's going there's gears in there apparently.
That was the dragon's idea.
The dragon came up with it after a surgery performed on him by a doctor who could smell a dragon. He knew it wasn't a human.
Wow, I'd like to travel to that doctor and thank him.
I'd
give him a T-shirt.
Another Romanian rain ritual. They do a lot of interesting things in Romania.
Okay.
It also involves kids. It's called the Colognian ritual. Young girls make several clay dolls, and then they dress these dolls up in common clothes, put them in an improvised tree bark coffin. Then they perform a funeral officiated by the kids, take these things around, the funeral procession goes around the fields and the waterways, and then they bury the thing, the Colognian.
The dolls?
The dolls, and then 3 days later, they unearth them, and then they mourn them again and set them loose on a waterway like a river, lake, or they throw them into a well. And that's not
dolls.
all.
They bury the dolls and then send them away?
The young girls who attend the ceremony bake a special cake called gizmen, which they share with the rest of the children. So you get to make some clay dolls, perform a funeral, bury them,
dig them up,
put them in the water, and eat cake. I'm going to Romania next week.
I had a doll for Lily when she was younger, and with the amount of money we paid for that American Girl, I'd be pretty upset if she buried it. Even if she dug it up and then sent it down the river.
They make these out of dirt. It's not an American Girl. It's not like a big store. They find some clay and they make one.
I missed that point.
Okay. And finally, in Uttar Pradesh, India, the women, in order to please the rain gods, go out in the middle of the night and farm naked.
Now this one, who am I to judge, but this one makes the most sense to me. Yeah. I mean, the more I think about it, the more sense it makes.
Really? Well, don't think about it too much now.
Okay.
Don't make a mental picture of that. You can put it on a T-shirt.
I just stopped thinking about it.
You know what they do in India? Ask me what the ladies in Uttar Pradesh, India do when they want it to rain. No, that's a bad T-shirt.
Ask me about naked farming.
Okay. Good. And keep in mind, if you're gonna try this, if you're in California and you're a farmer and you want to go out and farm naked to try to get it to rain, make sure you watch where you put the tools.
Oh yeah. Plows are by nature sharp.
Yeah. Gotta watch yourself. Wear some boots. At least wear some boots. Go naked, but wear boots.
I like your boots.
Okay. So you can try these things, or maybe you just learned something today. We hope that it rains soon in California. Thanks for liking and commenting on this episode.
You know what time it is.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Carolina.
I'm Cameron.
And we're from Hot Springs, Arkansas. And it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
If you've got feet, we've got shoes. It's called the Mythical Shoe. Here's 3 different kinds that we sell. Go to RhettandLink.com/store. There's other kinds too.
Click through to Go Mythical More. We're gonna share the specific water restrictions of California. Some of these are pretty interesting.
Looks like I have a hand.
And they impact us personally.
Fish in a bowl.
Did you hear about the water restrictions?
For real?
Yeah, you can't put water in your fish bowls anymore, so you really need to conserve your waste, because every time you do that, it makes the water dirty and the owners can't change it because of the water restrictions.
Do what?
They can't replace our water, so don't crap in it. That's what I'm saying. Hold it in, man. Hold your stuff in.
I haven't done that for 6 months.
Oh, cool. Thanks for that.
I order water and that's all I drink because everything else is so pricey. I'm not paying for something else.
Damn drinks, man. You can waste a lot of money on drinks now.
You can waste a lot of money on drinks, man.